Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my IELTS speaking and writing sessions B1 class. It's Tuesday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:34. Well, once again, I'm with my subscribers lesson. If you are interested to join, or if you like to participate or hop on or talk to me, the best and easiest solution is to subscribe this lesson. So what happens when you subscribe to this lesson? We'll have the direct interaction to talk, to develop and build up your confidence level. It is really a crucial factor for all of us to develop our communication skill to the next standard. So dear viewers, let's move on. And today is my plan to talk about the speaking tips in IELTS exam as well as outside of IELTS, like job interview, or maybe you're having a table talk, or maybe you're participating in a conversation where you have to show your demonstration of understanding the language and express yourself. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. All right, guys. So let's move on. If any of my subscribers is here, you may hop on to practice with me. If not, that's fine. Hi, Rose. Thanks for the subscription. I'm going to invite you to join me. Hello, I've just invited you. Hello, welcome.
Hello, teacher RahatAli. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today? Hello, Gary. Thanks for the subscription. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about yourself? Like, where are you from and what do you do and what's the reason for this subscription?
Yes, sir. I'm Rose and I'm from Jharkhand, India. I have subscribed your this this group because I want to enhance my reading skill. Actually, my pronunciation is not well, so I just want to read. As I have seen that there is IELTS speaking and writing, but I am not a student of IELTS. But yet I will like to read.
That's great. Thank you very much. We've got Gori. Hello, Gori. Welcome.
Hi,
Would you,
I subscribed this for I have IELTS exam 25th and my speaking exam in 24 and I just want to know about some more. That's why I just joined to this.
that's great. Thank you very much. So, is it academic
Thank you.
or general?
Academic.
Do you know what's the required score?
6.5.
Okay, you have got only 4 or 5 days. And how long have you been practicing?
1.5 month.
And how confident you are?
Not much, but I think I can. I just trying.
Mm-hmm.
Great girl.
Good. Best of luck for Gori and also Rose. Rose, I've got a question for you. Do you have good habit of reading?
No teacher actually. I don't like read. That's why I think that my uh, pronunciation is not good. When I read that time, I stuck many times. Uh, I am not able to pronounce that. Not able to read that word correctly. So that takes time.
Hmm. So let's answer Rose first. Okay, Gori, then we're going to give you the tips for speaking and
Okay.
how we can get good score. Uh, Please, both of you remember, it's a matter of practice. I say, and I'm sure most of the teacher will say that practice is the magic word. The more you'll read, then you will develop more reading speed. And also, another important matter is that when you are reading, you will find many new words, vocabs. So you have to find out the meanings when you're reading. It's much unlikely for you you'll know all the meanings because we do not use all the words like our in mother tongue. Similarly, when a native reads something, the person may not use the same word. Okay, so when you
Yes.
get a new word, the first thing would be try to find out the meaning, and
Mm-hmm.
after that try to make sentences, both of you, depending on the content and context. I mean to say the meaning, and also as long as you find out the meaning, whether it's a noun or pronoun, parts of speech, then make few sentences like positive sentence with I, you, he, she, with different persons, and that will give you good idea and insight how you can create sentences. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Okay.
second suggestion would be when you read loudly, please, if it is possible, so that you can listen to your own reading. And sometimes you'll be able to understand, okay, maybe this pronunciation is not correct. In that case, the best option would be go to the dictionary. Like, do not go to the Google dictionary. I never suggest anyone. Like Oxford or Cambridge, if you're after British English. But if you like to
Mm-hmm.
have American English, go to Webster or Collins, or there are a
Got
few
it.
other dictionaries. Okay, then write the word and listen to it and try to imitate it, copy it the way they like to say. And this is
Mm-hmm.
really a proven technique that will help you develop your sound, your reading style, your fluency as well. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
But one question is there that I try to learn many words, but when it comes to use, I am not able to use it. So how to use this word, whatever I have learned?
Okay, as I said, when you learn a new word, you must maintain a notebook so that you know this is the new word. For example, exuberant. I'm writing one word. Say
Okay.
exuberant. Now, exuberant is an adjective. It means energetic. As I said, make sentences and use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. We say in English, it's a matter of
Mm-hmm.
practice once again. If this word is not going to be used by you, then possibly you'll forget it very soon. And that is the human nature that we forget everything. That's why we use the word practice, through which our memory tries to remember, and sometimes we call it brainstorm. I'm sure you have heard this word. So, brainstorm means that when you practice a lot, we try to remember those things and use it in its writing or speaking. Like you can say, "Hey, you are an exuberant person. You always like to go for studies or reading or writing or hiking or gym." Make different kinds of sentences. Okay. And the second thing
Okay,
would be
teacher.
for both of you, because you have got exam Gori. Choose an easy topic, record it in your mobile phone, and speak at least 2 minutes. And after that, you listen to your own conversation, and you'll be, able to find sometimes your own mistakes, like maybe grammar mistake, maybe vocabs, maybe pronunciation. By the way, pronunciation is the most hardest part of English learning, and it comes at the end. Okay, and
Okay.
it's a matter of great practice for pronunciation, and it takes time to develop it. Please bear in mind that sometimes people are really confused about the pronunciation and accents. Accent is not the matter at all anywhere in the world. It is the pronunciation. So pronunciation is the technique through which we try to pronounce a word with the correct stress, correct intonation, and correct presentation.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
all right.
Okay.
So that is the common information for both of you. And
Mm-hmm.
let's go to Gauri's question, because Gauri has exam in 3 to 4 days. It will be also helpful for you, Rose, that
Yes, teacher.
in IELTS exam there are four criteria they will marking. Gauri, I'm sure you know that, right? In the speaking test
Yes.
especially. So first one is fluency and coherence, which means that your speed of talking. It's not too fast, not too slow, not to be repetitive, not to give a pause, but you have to speak about a topic, about anything else that you'll be asked on the exam. Remember that you're targeted to get the high score, and if you follow these guidelines, it will definitely help you getting your required score. But don't worry if you're making mistakes. This is another greatest tips. Sometimes you make mistakes, stop speaking. Do not do that. Mistakes are usual part of conversation, and that is accepted in speaking. But if you're writing, especially in written part in IELTS exam, or in your maybe academic exam, like if you're a school or college or university student, if you make mistake, then it will be regarded mistake, obviously, and it will affect your marking in IELTS as well. Okay, the second part is you get 25% from fluency and coherence, and you get another 25% marks using correct vocabs. We call it lexical resources, which may be synonyms or in antonyms or phrasal verbs or maybe group verbs, maybe collocation or maybe a dialect that is accepted in speaking. Okay, and
Okay.
the third part is using grammar accurately and different kinds of grammar structure, especially tense. For both of you, the you have to understand tense well if you want to get good score in IELTS exam. Because in speaking task, Gauri, especially task 1 and task 3, there are questions where you have to demonstrate your understanding of grammar, especially one question that will be related to your past tense, present tense, and future tense. And by the way, sorry, both of you have subscribed to my lesson with a trial basis, which means that you will get two free lessons. One of them is today, and another one would be next Monday, because these classes run on every Monday and Tuesday 6:30 UK time. And in the meantime, if I go for public live broadcast, you can join me freely. These are the advantages, and you can practice there again, which I do very often. Okay. All right. So each class has 1 hour lesson, and the class starts on time, finishes on time, and it has got countdown system. Like the class's time is going down. It starts 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and when it goes to zero, it shuts down automatically. And if you've got any questions, Rose and Gauri, please stop me and ask me.
Okay, if I am speaking, when get, I just take mistake. I just tell anything mistake. Can I correct myself?
Yes, that will be amazing. Hello, after have subscribed. Yes, I'm going to give you tips for the speaking first. Okay, Rose, Gauri. Then after that, if we'll uh, give, if there is time, we will give tips for
Hello, sir.
reading. Morning, after.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Would you like to tell us where you're from and what do you do?
Sir, I am from Gujarat, Ahmedabad,
Mm-hmm.
and I just currently completed my Bachelor of Computer Application. Now I am preparing for IELTS.
Okay, that's great. Welcome. So this
Thank you, sir.
today I'm going to give some tips, very important tips, how we can get good score in IELTS exam. Actually, it's not only IELTS exam. When you're speaking anywhere, like in job interview, or maybe speaking English with your clients, or your different kinds of organizations, if you're in a business personnel, then it's better to focus on your communication skill.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and before that, Rose, Gauri, and Aftab, I must say that you should be aware there are some formal and informal words that we must use. Remember, IELTS exam is a formal environment, and it's better to use formal words. So, which are formal words? Let me give an example. Uh, First, let me explain what is informal environment. Informal environment is like you know those people, like your family, your parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, or you're going to a party, your family's party. Then we don't, consider, and we don't consider about the words that we use. But when you're going somewhere like an office or a job interview or school or colleges or universities to meet someone, you're meeting someone for the first time, we must be careful about talking, and that will really affect your communication. So IELTS exam for the first advice would be do not use wanna, gonna, have to, lot, this type of words. So that will really affect your score. Okay, as I was explaining, fluency is 25%, vocabs another 25%, grammar another 25%, as I said, and the last part is pronunciation. You get another 25% marks. And pronunciation is really related to natural way of speaking. You don't have to have any kind of accent. You don't have to have any kind of special tone, but you have to follow uh, pronunciation guidelines if you know it. If you don't know, don't worry. Just try to speak in your natural way. Any other questions? Okay, so let's see. Fluency and coherence refers to the ability to talk with normal levels of continuity. I'll explain, I'll give you example, then we'll have it good to go. Using correct grammar. So I'm sure all of you are aware the grammar rules more or less, right? Gauri, Rose, and Aftab.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
And number two, clarity. You see, sometimes when you feel shy, do not be shy. Another, advice would be in exam time, like in job interview or IELTS exam interview or any other interview, do not be nervous. Be cool, be confident, and have eye to eye contact. Okay. And when you become nervous, sometimes we do not speak clearly. We become shaky. We become uncomfortable. So these are psychological problems. We have to overcome it somehow and speak loudly, clearly. Okay. Next point is accuracy. Try to focus on clear grammar as much as possible. It is expected that candidates might make mistakes, and that is accepted. So don't worry about the mistakes once again. If you make mistakes, number four, you see, Gauri, you asked this question, self-correction. If you have found that you have made a mistake, correct it straight away. Especially what happens when students start speaking anything from the past, very often they mix up with the present tense. Remember, this is very important. It blocks the message. If you have been asked, like, I'm going to ask you one question to both of you. Let me see. Do you remember any amazing childhood memory, Rose? Rosa,
Uh,
yeah,
yes, teacher.
childhood memory.
Uh, childhood memory. When I was child, so one thing I remember when I was going school very first time. So was uh, my mother used to give me uh, different kind of things for eating. So that's why I like to go to that call school with my mother. So that was the memory that I love to remember whenever I think about that. One thing.
Very good, amazing. How about you, Gauri?
When I am child, I I had so many toys, and I used to play with that, and now I also kept with me, and
Mhm.
it make me feel good, and it is the best memory that I had on my childhood.
Brilliant,
And
great. Okay, both of you amazing. Remember, when you're answering, I should have said to you, do not answer more than 20 to 30 seconds. So 3 to 4 sentences should be enough. And that is
okay.
another important part for any kind of interview, including IELTS. And how about you, after? Do you remember any childhood memory? 3 to 4 lines only.
Sir, sir, I'm not able to speak English this much.
Okay, no problem. You have to practice by the way. Remember, these classes are only to help you giving instructions and guidelines. But we do practice, but you have to practice by your own time because this class has got only 34 minutes and we have got few people. So I'll just give you the point, and if you have opportunity to take a screenshot, take in screenshot so that you can practice later. However, you all are now part of my subscriber chat. When your subscription is over, the system will remove you automatically. Yeah, I can copy and paste these things in the subscriber chat so that you can have a look. Gauri, well done. The only first sentence you have used present tense, when I am child, rather than it should be when I was a child. Rose, your grammar was perfect. Remember, that blocked the message, Gauri. Remember, if you are saying something from the past, always remember you have to use the past tense, regardless whatever it
Okay.
is. Accept the universal truth, like the sun rises in the east. It will be always rising in the east, whether past, present, and future. Okay, brilliant, both of
Okay.
you, done well. Okay.
Okay.
Number five, talk loudly, as I said. So if you don't speak loudly, if I can't hear you, if the examiner can't hear you, the examiner is not going to give you marks. Okay. And do not speak too fast and too slow. Do not rush. What happens if you're speaking faster? Uh, it may impact few things. Number one, your pronunciation. Number two, your grammar. Number three, possibly you're going to lose some vocabs, which is not expected. Okay. Number seven, this is a very amazing technique. Remember, maintain the 3 to 5 seconds gap or technique in speaking. What it means, like you're giving, say, a discussion about global warming, for example. So you have started speaking. Hey, global warming is the warming for the Earth. Then you stopped and you're thinking like 1 second gone, 2 seconds is gone, 3 seconds is gone, 4, 5, like 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, when you created the sentence, you started speaking. It will affect your score. Remember that you have to speak no less than 10 seconds times. So, which means give a gap maximum 10 seconds. But if you speak within the 5 seconds, that is amazing, brilliant. So, is that clear? This gapping thing?
Yes, teacher.
Great. Number 8, be confident. Even if you're making mistakes, do not stop talking. Remember, but if you can correct it, stop and correct it. As I said, Gauri, as you asked this question earlier, and be positive. Be positive means always have a smiling face. Remember, smiling helps you good pronunciation, gives you confidence level, and gives you inspiration inside. You know the Charlie Chaplin, the comedy. He said, "If you even if you don't laugh, open your mouth to show them you're laughing." That means you have to pretend sometime.
Yes.
And the speaking part of IELTS exam is nothing but creating a story, a fake story it could be. It doesn't matter it's a fake or real story, okay? But
Yes,
in a
teacher.
logical way. Do not be repetitive. That's very important as well. You know, I have noticed many students, they use like actually, I went to the market, actually, they use like this. Or sometimes they use like a, or you know what, well, yes, yes, no, no, etc. Just use once. These are also called crutch words. Remember, crutch words are accepted in your normal conversation, but or not in exam, not in interview. Okay, clear this point?
Yes, teacher. Clutch words.
Yeah, crutch words, or we call it repetitive words. Point number 10, use different kinds of vocabs. That is another good way to get good marks. Uh, Let me give you an example. Say you're using the word beautiful, like it's a beautiful day. Now, if you have to use the word again, then you have to use the synonyms of the beautiful. And I'm sure you know the synonyms like attractive or amazing or gorgeous or
Gorge.
exciting. Yes. We're going to take a little bit test after this, you know, points. Gauri and Rose and after, get ready, all of you, for speaking part. That will help you developing your communication. And remember, sometimes you need to give examples. Give your personal example, like my brother or my nephew, my nice sister. So, and make it interesting. How we are going to make it interesting? Remember, if you use real life story in your speaking, like you can say, the last week I found that my nephew was watching television the whole day, which really annoyed me. Look, though it is a real life story, it's a good communication skill because he should watch TV for a limited time and he should study, but he was not studying. You see, this is as kind of good personal example, and it has been interesting too. And that is very common trend in nowadays. All the children, they watch TV, they play video games, they don't want to study. All right. Now, then after that, point number 13, stick to the point. That means what you have been asked, answer the only thing. Like if you are talking about, say, environmental pollutions, do not bring any unnecessary points, like do not bring water pollution or noise pollution, or do not bring people throw the garbages, for example. Okay, always stick to the point. And number 14, talk or speak as much as you can. Remember, in IELTS speaking task 2, cue card, you have to speak at least 2 minutes about the topic. And in that case, you have to, how we are going to talk. For every topic, Rose, after, please listen to it carefully. There should be 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. So if you're using 3 or 4 sentences, speak like this, uh, like you're going to talk about childhood memory. So you can start like this: Hi everyone, hello teacher or examiner. I'm going to share my childhood story. It happened when I was in year 5. My mother, both of you, always gave me different kinds of like tiffin or paid money to buy something, ice cream that really attracted me to go to school. And she also bought a lots of toys. Okay, so look at this. This is the one of the ways, and we both have really brilliant explained.
Yes,
And
teacher.
the last one is speak naturally, follow the pronunciation techniques, use correct intonation. These are the part of pronunciation. Okay, speak articulately. That means naturally, and use correct context, collocation, connotation. These are advanced level, pronunciation techniques. And the last one is use compound sentences, both of you, and including aftab. I think I lost aftab.
Mm.
Yes, I
Sir,
could.
how to improve intonation?
Okay, intonation is the natural way we speak. It needs to well, want to say, Gauri and Rose. Because phonetics is the hardest part. It might take for you, for anyone, at least 6 months to 1 year to develop it correctly. Because
Mm-hmm.
there are some rules, there are some guidelines how the words should pronounce. Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yes,
I'm
teacher.
writing a word on the screen. Let me see how many of you can pronounce it correctly. So if you know the intonation technique or pronunciation, like dove as a noun, this one, this one as verb. So how do you pronounce when it's noun? This word, Rose.
Yeah, if it is noun, so I would phrase in first syllables, that is dove. And if it is a verb, so I would say dove, like that.
Okay, how about you, Gauri?
If it is a noun, it will be dove, and it will be a verb, and it will be dove.
Actually, the first one is correct, both of us. When it is verb, it is dove. It is not da sound anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
see, this is the matter of practice. When you go to any dictionary, when you write it, then you'll see, oh, dove, verb. Actually, it's the past tense of dive. Dive, dove, dove. Scuba diving, you're jumping in the water and swimming there. So that is the past tense. So remember, there are thousands of words in English language like similarly, like another word, this one, add this one, yeah. I always give an example with easy words so that you can remember. And in IELTS exam, task one, this is a confusing question. I'll ask both of you. Let me listen to it. When it is noun, how do you pronounce it, Rose?
As a noun, I would pronounce address,
Mm-hmm. And verb?
and verb uh, address, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. How about you, Gauri?
Both of them will address.
Okay. There's a little bit difference. Remember, this is one of the confusing questions in IELTS exam as well. In task one, so Gauri, as you know, and Rose as well, in speaking tasks, there are three parts: task one, task two, and task three. Task one mostly explains your normal question, and they may ask your work or family or city or some interesting hobbies. Task two is a cue card. As I said, you'll be given a topic on the card and you have to speak at least 2 minutes. And before that, you'll be given 1 minute to organize your idea and a pencil and paper so that you write it and you can watch it and explain from there. And part three is most analytical answers, which is related to the task two, and where you have to demonstrate your conditional sentence. One question, remember, both of you. If you do not know it, please study it today. Second conditional and the grammar, past tense, present tense, and future tense. So we're going to practice this question, confusing question, and also the grammar and conditional. We have got still 23 minutes. So um, on the first question would be in any job interview, including IELTS, what's your name? Rose, answer it, please. What's your name?
My name is Rose.
Okay. And Gauri,
I'm Gauri Nanda.
very good. There is nothing wrong. But remember, in IELTS exam, you have to answer like this. Don't worry, whatever answer now. My first name is Gauri. For example, last name is Nanda. And if you have a nickname, you can also include, I've got a nickname. My parents or my brothers call me by this name. Remember, this is a very good technique. Gori and Rose, once again, and Aftab, and people who are listening to me. Always use first name, second name. If you've got a middle name, you can include middle name. And also, you can include your nickname. Remember, in IELTS exam, do not be limited to yes and no answer. Elaborate a little bit. And next one is, what's your address, Rose? You don't have
I
to
am from
you don't have to tell us the right address because online we don't suggest that. Give something else like fake address. Sorry to say that.
uh, I am from India, and the name of my city is Ranchi, and it is situated in Jharkhand state.
Very good. Gauri, what's your address, please?
I'm also from India. Uh, in India, I am situated in Kerala, Kannur.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Remember, your answers are correct, but do not tell on online anywhere because of your safety and security. We never suggest anyone to give the accurate address. Okay. Now listen to it carefully. How do I address you? Look at this sound. When it is address, we stress on the first part. Rose, you're right. Address. So it is higher intonation to lower intonation. If you can see my hand, it goes higher to
Yes,
lower. Address. When it is verb,
address,
it goes the opposite, lower to upper, like address.
address,
Very good. Gauri, practice it. They're going to ask this question. Address.
address,
address.
So address means to call someone or give it a speech, or when you're asking something, you can say that word. You can use that word. Okay. So how do I address you, Rose? What would be your answer?
Could you repeat again, teacher?
How do I address you?
You can call me Rose.
Very good. Gauri, how do I address you?
You may call me Gauri.
Very good. Well done, both of you. Remember, use this word. And another important matter in every question in IELTS exam, there is a grammar pattern and there is a style. Follow that pattern and style when you're answering. You may address me, say Gori or Rose, whatever you say. Or sometimes people say, call me doctor or scientist, okay, etc. Okay, number that these are the first two, three questions in task one. And tell me something interesting about the city where you live, Rose.
In my city is famous for hills, mountains. Apart from that, there are many coal mines. So people are very attractive to visit here for waterfall and for natural, uh, for seeing natural things like that.
Very good. How about you, Gori?
I already mentioned I am from Kannur. It's a place for traditional activities, and also my place is famous for food. And there are a lot kind of food for us. So many person from foreign are came to taste our type of food, and we have so many cultural program like Teyyam. Uh, in Kerala, Kannur is the best place for traditional activities.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Remember, when you're highlighting your city, mention about the food, weather, culture, museum, tourist place. Remember, four or five things. Because you don't have much time to talk, remember, in 20 to 30 seconds, tell as much as possible, but do not be faster in speaking. Maintain your rhythm, maintain your natural way of speaking. Well done, both of you. Brilliant. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
in task three, as I said, there is one question. I'm going to write it so that you understand. By the way, do you know how to make compound sentences, both of you?
Compound sentence or simple sentence,
Compound, not
like
simple. Listen carefully. If you want to get good scores, especially if your target is getting more than 6 or above in IELTS, or if you want to be good speaker, you must use compound sentence. It doesn't matter whether you are an IELTS candidate or not. Let me give an example. You can see two sentences like I like tea. What do you like, Gauri? Do you like tea or coffee?
Coffee.
How about you, Rose?
I like tea.
Okay, now you can make two ideas or when combined together, we call it compound ideas or compound sentences. Like I like
Oh,
tea, but say Gauri likes coffee. So
okay.
we use, you see that coordinating conjunctions, but we use, these are the acronyms. Fanboys means for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, though, although, etc. to make two sentences, join together and present yourself. Remember, if you want to get good score once again, or you want to be good speaker, always try to use compound sentences, even in your writing part, uh, Gauri. Okay, if you
Okay.
write compound sentences, you'll get more marks than other students. This is guaranteed, and this is one of the amazing tips for speaking and writing section.
Sir, compound sentence means using connectors like but, as well, like
Yes,
that.
yes, and also remember there should be two ideas. Okay, that means two sentences. Like look at this sentence. Like I like tea. I had a
Mhm.
student called Mohan. Mohan likes coffee. Just I have given the example. I like tea, but my friend Mohan likes coffee. Likewise, I
Mhm.
can say Gauri likes coffee, but Rose likes tea. I don't like none of them. Look, this is another sentence. Three ideas.
Yes, teacher.
Did you get it? So
I like tea.
yeah. So remember to practice both of you in writing and speaking. So this is the question. Uh, what kind of family do you have? Okay, hang on a second. Do you have? How was the family concept 5 years ago in your country? Do you think that it will change after 5 years? This is just a sample questions, okay, Rose and Gauri.
Yes, teacher.
You can see this question has three parts and three different answers. Remember to use correct tenses: present, past, and future. So both Rose and Gauri are going to tell me the answer. Then I'm going to give you some more insights how you can be a good speaker, both of you. And this is one of the question types in IELTS exam as well. Okay, let's start with Rose, please.
I have nuclear family. There are six members in my family. I am elder one, and I have one brother and two sisters.
Okay.
Should I have to give all the answers?
Yes, number two and three as well.
Uh, when I was
Hang on,
when I was 14.
hang on a second. It is not. Second question is related to the normal answer of your country. You can see how was the family concept 5 years ago in your country. It is not talking to your family only. Whole country average. Okay. Remember, understanding the question in exam is another important matter to answer it correctly and effectively. I thought that you're going to talk about your family. No, it's about the average concept of the
Yes,
of your country.
how was the family concept 5 years ago in your country? It means that how was the condition of families, the
That's right.
population right now?
Exactly. Hmm. And
The
Gauri,
I
get
don't.
prepared. After Rose is finishing, you're going to answer it. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Go on, Rose, please.
I think the concept was the same because I don't think so anything has changed yet. But people are more aware about population nowadays. They are caring, and uh, a little bit has changed, I think.
Okay. How
Uh,
about the question number three?
of course, I think that it will change as the population of India is increasing. In future, government will take action, and it should be changed after 5 years. and I believe it will change.
Okay, very good. Brilliant. Gauri, your answer, please.
About my family, it's a capsule family. We are consist of my mother, father, and I have an elder sister and an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
And if I talk about the past 5 years, there are so many people in one family, and they all live in one home as we compare to present. When we talk about after 5 years, it will be contract more because of the aware of because of the coming of internet. They always using internet and mobile smartphone for contacting or see someone else, and they are not need to go to their relatives, and that's why they are contract to small families. And I think in the future will be small family consist of father, mother, and their childrens only. They are not able to keep their grandparents or others in their family.
Very good. Good answer, all both of you. Well done. Okay. Remember, when you're talking about a family, you tell what kind of family size you have, and also, is it a large or single family? Mention it. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you live with your, relatives or grandparents, and when you're answering, you can use the same thing. Was it a large family 5 years ago? What is your observation? The question is asking to analyze your observation. Remember, it is your concept only. Okay, though the question is for the whole country, so it is your concept. And you both have used amazing word, I think. Remember, when you're adding your comments or your opinion, use I think just once. If you want to use I think, second time use synonyms like in my opinion. We say like this, okay? Or in my point, or in my conceptual conceptual view. There are many ways you can add. Please make sure you use this type of words because you're giving your opinion. Okay, Gauri and Rose and Aftam and whoever is listening to us. I think just use once. I think that 5 years ago it was a large family. People didn't have family control or population control. Okay, and then you can say, in my opinion, after 5 years, the concept of family will be changing because people are booming nowadays. They have to think about their family maintenance, finance, blah blah blah. You just point out two, three things. Well done, both of you. Remember, this is one of the common questions in IELTS exam and also in some places for interviews to demonstrate your understanding past, present, and future. Great, brilliant. Now, my next question would be, do you know conditional sentence? Both of you, Rose and Gauri, especially second condition. It's a kind of advanced grammar though, but it will be also related to your speaking task. Joe Hudson, this is a subscriber lesson. You need to subscribe to join it. And Kamalapuram, oh, I didn't realize that you have subscribed. Welcome. If you have time, please do join. Once again, this class is run every Monday and Tuesday, 6:30 UK time. And you can join. And also another important matter, I forgot to tell you, these are recorded and saved in my YouTube channel underneath my account of Hallo, as well as in my Facebook. My YouTube channel is in my profile information, Rose and Gauri. Please watch it and listen to it, how well you have spoken to this conversation today. Okay, it will
Okay.
help you, giving you confidence. Remember, confidence is very important when you're speaking. And once again, don't worry about mistakes. Okay, if you have made mistakes, forget it, move on. Okay, always remember, don't stop that, oh, I have made a mistake, what the teacher is going to think. Don't think what the teacher is going to think. Just move on. We say go with the flow. This is very important. Okay, second conditional. Any idea? Gauri or Rose?
Mm.
No?
No.
Okay. I'll give you a little bit briefing and please read it when you have time today.
Yes, teacher.
Second conditional sentence. Any idea what is second conditional? Rose? Okay, we have got 7 minutes, 2 seconds. Okay, 7 minutes now. So conditional sentence in grammar is advanced grammar, and you need to use sometimes in the speaking task 3 and sometimes in your real life situation. It gives us imaginary situation. For example, let me ask you a question. If you win $1 million today in a lottery, Rose, what will you do? Rose, are you there? Oh, she has muted. Okay, Gauri,
Can you please repeat, sir?
if you win $1 million in a lottery, what will you do?
I will pay for the tuition fee for my UK studies.
Okay, remember, use the whole pattern. If you win, I'm just writing it here.
Okay.
If you win $1 million in a lottery, what will you do? Remember, use the pattern when you're answering. Then you have to say, if I win $1 million, that is
No.
single, in a lottery, then you say what you like to do. Like you like to pay the tuition fee, you like to build a house, you like to visit other countries. Okay, so this type of imaginary situation, we use conditional sentence. So there is zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional, and there is another one mixed conditional. Okay, did you get the point, Rose and Gauri? Conditional
Yeah, yeah.
sentence gives us imaginary situation. It could be in present, it could be a past, or it could be a future. So I will suggest both of you once again today. Please make some time to study zero, first, second, and third a little bit. Okay, and if you have got any question and comments, you can always send message to my subscriber chat. And also Gauri and all the IELTS candidates, if you have anything written topic, if you want me to assess it, you can send me. My email address is in my subscriber chat so that I can assess you and give you the feedback what you should do.
Okay.
Okay, the second conditional is, but this is not second conditional. Okay, this is first conditional. The second conditional is, very often they ask, if you were the mayor of your city, what three major problems you would resolve? Actually, would you resolve? Look, this is called second conditional. You know that you're not the mayor, but say imaginarily you have been made the mayor or the prime minister, the president of your city or the country. Okay, and what three major problems would you resolve? When you're answering, remember, use the same pattern. If I were the mayor, you'll start like this. Now the matter is that there are hundreds of problems. You have to mention only three problems. Rose has a question, where and how to use. It's just an imaginary situation. Sometimes we ask to know your opinion. Like, hey, if you were in my situation, what would you do? Like a person came and behaved to me very badly. Then we ask, if you were in my situation, what would you do? Would you also behave badly with the person? Or would you tell him, hey, do not use bad words, be polite? Rose, these are the situations sometimes we use in a real life to explain the war. If it could be happening in a different way. And that is the application of conditionals. Like why we call conditional? Because of the first part, one condition comes to second condition. So Gauri, this is important for you because you're going to sit for the IELTS exam soon. If you were the mayor of your city, what three major problems would you resolve? Now, you'll answer, both of you, once again. If I were the mayor of my city, I know that there are many problems, like there is problem with transportation, there is problem with crime, corruption, job problem, housing problem, health problem. But I will select three important things. Then you tell us the three important problems and how are going to resolve. Did you get the
Mhm.
idea, both of you?
Yes.
Okay, let me listen. Still, you have got 1 minute 55 seconds. Let me listen the first part. Gori, go on.
If I were the mayor of the city, I will make sure the health issue the person who have in my city they have don't have to die um, to the health problem and the transport system everyone can travel their own destination by correct time by using public transport. I will make more public transport systems. And if I am coming to um, school uh, I will develop the school system, education system, and it will provide so many students to get their get their
Mm-hmm. Okay, remember another technique, Gori. Do not make your answer longer. Stop such a point. Okay, let me tell you. Your first part is okay. You have to use this verb would rather than will. Remember, that is a very important thing. If I were the mayor, I would do this. I would resolve education, transportation, and crime or health system. Finish. Do not go on too much discussion because there is a chance that you might make mistakes. So avoid answering, the in a longer way. Okay, we have got only 25 seconds. Thank you very much once again, Gauri,
thank
Rose,
you.
Aftab, and Kamalapuram. Remember, guys, practice is the key factor. Okay, and ladies as well, and girls. And my suggestion for both of you: study a little bit conditional today, so that you become a bit confident. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, sir.